numbers at the top?
Yeah.
Cool. Hello, Gaia, and welcome. It is my pleasure to welcome you today to witness the binding of two hearts, minds and souls, one being very far from home. Jim and Tula have kindly asked that you put your phones away, and please make sure they're on silent, as they have paid photographers that will capture all the candid and staged photographs to ensure today lives on forever. After the ceremony, Jim and Tula will head off for some photos and we will be served drinks and nibbles in this wonderful location. Well, keeping Greek wedding traditions alive, please stand to welcome the bride Tula and her family. Thank you. Welcome, friends and family. Please be seated. My name is John Stansbie. It's an absolute pleasure to solemnise the marriage between James Stephen Peters and Fatula Christakos. George and Christina, do you present this woman to be married today? We do. Thank you very much. Good things come to those who wait. I'm not sure who said that, but I'm sure they said it straight after they heard about Jim and Tula's love story. A story which spans nearly 4 decades. Their relationship spanned decades, hemispheres, and resulted in 4 children and 8 grandchildren. They experienced the highs and lows of teen love. They have experienced the highs and lows of marriage and life. But throughout, their hearts were connected, and today we see the sum of all the years and experience. 2 people in love with massive smiles on their faces. Amazing. They should write a book. I'm duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of 2 people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into love. Nikki, could you stand and please repeat that for Tula in Greek? So just
I'm duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of 2 people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life.
Thank you. You can stay seated for this. Stay standing for this. Okay, Jim, do you present yourself today in marriage and promise to love, to protect and adore?
I do.
Could you please read that to...
Jim repeated these words.
No.
I call upon...
I need you to read this one, please.
Jim, do you present yourself today in marriage and promise to love, to protect and to adore?
I do.
Thank you. Okay, Tula, do you present yourself today in marriage and promise to love, to protect and adore? Please, Nikki.
Tula, do you present yourself today in marriage and promise to love, to protect and to adore?
I do.
I do.
Thank you. Jim, please repeat these words after me. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I,
James Stephen Peters,
take thee,
Fatula
Christakos,
Christakos,
to be my lawful wedded wife. Nikita, could you interpret that please for Fatula? So just now.
I call upon the persons here present
This one here.
to witness that I, James Stephen Peters, take thee, Fatula Christakos, to be my lawful wedded wife.
Thank you. Okay, Tula, please repeat these words after me. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present.
I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
Fatula Christakos,
Fatula Christakos,
take thee, James Stephen Peters, to be my lawful wedded husband.
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 Thank you very much. You can be seated now. Thanks, Nikita. Wow, it was an absolute joy, with absolute joy, that I pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss. Wonderful. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, to ensure this ceremony constitutes as a legal marriage, we need to sign the marriage certificates. Please enjoy the music by Van the Man and soak up the surroundings. Nikita, John, I'll need you as well as James and Fatula. Also here, thank you. Okay, so Nikita, I'll need you to repeat what I'm saying to Fatula. So these are 2 marriage certificates.
These are 2 marriage certificates.
And we need to make sure they're signed by you and James and the witnesses.
We need to make sure they're signed by you and James and the witnesses.
This is a marriage certificate that you'll get to keep, which will be signed by everybody here.
This is a marriage certificate that you'll get to keep, which will be signed by everyone here.
Okay. So, first of all, James, can I get you to sign here and here, please?
James is signing.
Nikita, could you ask Fatula to sign here and here, please?
Fatula, can you sign here and here, please?
And John, can you sign here and here, please? So John's witnessing.
signing-
Yeah.
John's witnessing here.
Okay, and Nikita, could you please also sign here and here? And if you could just tell Fatula that you were witnessing that.
I'm witnessing that one and that one.
And then I'm signing it to say that I've seen this all done in my person.
John is signing to say that he has signed both documents and he's witnessed the wedding.
Then the certificate of marriage. So James, could you please sign?
James signing the certificate of marriage.
And could you ask Fatula to sign here, please?
Fatula, just sign here, please. It's a certificate of marriage.
Oh, John, please, if I could get you to sign at the bottom here, thank you.
John's also signed.
And Nikita, could you sign? Could you just explain that to
I'm
Fatula
also
as well?
signing certificate of marriage.
And then I'll be signing that as well.
John's.
And finally, I just need Nikita, you to sign here, please. This is the certificate of faithful performance by the interpreter, saying that you've interpreted everything that I've said into Greek, so then Fatula can understand and then interpret it back to me in English.
Okay, so I'm signing to say that I have interpreted ceremony into Greek, you understand it, and then back to John translated into English back to him.
Thank you, Nikita. You can take a seat, thanks. Wow. Okay, done deal. I really have the best job in the world participating in days like this, especially when they've been developing since the 70s. In a few minutes, I will be announcing the newlywed couple for the first time, then they will scoot off the photos and the rest of us can get started with the party. Before I announce you officially, John is going to share Tony Kushner's Epiphamilion. John? Beautiful, thank you very much. Tony seems to make it seem so simple, but all so out of reach at the same time. Now, it's time. Let's make some noise for Mr. and Mrs. Peters. Woohoo! Yay!